As the temperatures start to drop here in Louisville, now is the time to make sure your home is cozy, efficient, and protected from the winter chill. B. Metz from the Metz Group is here with some of the best tips, and these are honestly really simple. B, it is always so great to catch up with you.
Hi, how are you? Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here. You know, the winter weather is on its way, and it's coming here sooner rather than later.
Definitely.
And I think the most important one, first and foremost, is to seal those drafts.
Yes. It is. Like a lot of people don't realize that how much air can get in, like around your windows, and so you kind of just need to walk through the house and just get some caulking, seal each one of them as much as you possibly can, and you know, once you're able to do that, then you can do some weather stripping maybe around the front door if you're seeing light through the door or you feel a draft. Sometimes you don't even see the light through the door, but you can feel that draft. Just go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get some weather stripping, put it around those front and back door or whatever access points. Yeah.
Well, and I think that is so important because at my place specifically, I can be looking at the front door and I can see light through the door, and I don't have a window on my front door. That weather stripping needs to be replaced so bad.
Yes, yeah.
And I mean, that can take a major toll on your energy bill.
Oh, for sure.
Like it's literally money going out the window.
Yes, for sure. It's amazing. Like people don't realize like just the littlest space. Like I said, sometimes you don't see the light, but you can if you can stand in front of your door or your window and you're filling that air, you need to seal it. Doors are easy because it's just the weather stripping, and you can go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get that. And then windows too, depending on where it's coming in at, you can get some good caulk and you know caulk around those edges.
Yeah, and kind of going along with that, programmable thermostats. I personally have a smart thermostat. I don't really know how to use it, to be honest. It is a little too high tech for me, but those are really common nowadays. A lot of people, if you call an HVAC person to come in, that's what they're using nowadays.
Oh yeah, for sure, and it does make a big difference. And I'm bad. I don't even have one. I keep saying I'm going to replace mine, but I haven't. But it's great because when you're not home during the day, you can kind of, put that temperature a little bit lower. You don't want to put it so low that then it's, running to catch up when you get home. But a few degrees lower, or even at nighttime when you're in bed because you've got your blankets on and everything, you can kind of put it a little bit lower. The nice thing about them is, like if you've got it automatically set to where at 5 o'clock it's going to come up a temperature, but you're not going to be home. Most of them you can program now with your phone, so you can kind of tell it, oh, skip that, let's keep it down low until 7 o'clock or whatever. So they are good. They do help to help keep the your bills down a little bit. So that's always a great thing to install. They're not that expensive.
Yeah, and kind of going to the outside of the house now, something that people often forget about is those gutters and those roof inspections, because along with that cold air comes snow and ice and all of those things that we don't want to deal with.
Right, and those gutters, especially like in the past few years, like we've had a couple of different times, we've had a lot of the ice, and if your gutters are full and then they start getting built up with ice and then that starts melting, it actually is going to end up finding its way into your house. So it's really something that you need to be careful about, and make sure that, like I said, don't be climbing up on a ladder if you're not used to it. Get somebody to do it for you, but safety first always. But that it will make a difference. And while you're up there, just kind of check your roof lines and everything, just to make sure that you don't have a lot of loose shingles or whatever, because in those ice storms there were a lot of people that ended up getting ice up underneath their shingles, and then what happened when it all started melting, then they ended up having major roof leaks. So it is something good to take note of.
Yeah, and same with those frozen pipes preventions. What are some tips?
Yeah, so frozen pipes, any pipes that you have that are on the exterior of your home, so obviously kitchens and bathrooms, your washer dryer connections, make sure that if they're on an exterior wall, that those walls are well insulated. If you know that we're going to be having cold temperatures, like in the kitchen or in the bathrooms, open up those cabinet doors so that the warmth of the home can actually get into those cabinets. Make sure that even if you just go out and buy some insulation and you put an extra wrap around those pipes, anything to just keep them from freezing, because if they freeze as they're thawing, when they have a crack in them, if they have gotten a crack, obviously it's going to leak and it's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
If you go out of town, especially in the winter months, make sure that you turn the water off to your house. Open up those faucets and drain them out, close them back up, and then just make sure that the water's turned off. So then if you do have freezing pipes, because I had a house that was listed, and the gentleman did not do that, and I had to end up meeting an HVAC company over at the house, and we're standing at the front door and we can hear water. And we opened up the door and their basement was flooded because we had had a winter where the pipes were frozen and he didn't turn off the water, and the water line to the washer dryer had froze. So yeah, the whole basement was flooded. So the buyers were lucky and got a new basement, but the poor seller had to turn in an insurance claim while we were under contract. So so it can be a nightmare. So try to make sure you do something like that. And then those water spigots that are on the outside of your house, make sure that you've shut those off, and go to Home Depot, Lowe's, Amazon, get those little insulated covers that you can put on the spigots now. They work tremendously. They look like they would be nothing, but they actually do really help. So make sure you go out and get those.
Yes, Bea, thank you so much for stopping by. This was such a good checklist. So if you're interested in learning more, just go over to metsregroup.com.